If you're not from there, I really can't explain it.
Friendships that I have.
Southern hospitality.
All of my family lives here.
The beauty of our state.
Beautiful scenery. We can be to the big city pretty quickly if we want to. We can be at the beach if we want to.
Alabama has industrious people who enjoy a great quality of life.
The people are so kind and friendly, and I feel like there's a real sense of community here that you don't get in other places.
The culture here and the people.
It's people.
They're so sincere, they're friendly.
I love the friendliness of the people.
The warmth from the people, and then the inclusiveness. You feel belonged and you're always welcome.
It's a state that's welcoming, and that makes me proud because I've seen other people transition into the state as well.
But it's the people of Alabama, all races, all ethnic backgrounds, that make our place special.
There's never a stranger, just friends we haven't met yet.
Faith, family, friends, those are core beliefs, and frankly, that's what I love about being here.
We just love the faith and family-centered atmosphere that Alabama has to offer.
It's our football tradition.
We have 2 great football universities that are not only wonderful universities for sports, but they're great for academics. So we have a lot of really smart people in Alabama.
I wish Alabama could be at the top of health rankings when it comes to nationally ranking the health of a state compared to all other states.
The CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, recently reported that Alabama is one of 5 states in this region, or in the nation, I should say, with the highest mortality rate. And that's largely because of chronic conditions such as heart and respiratory diseases and cancer.
We have had over a dozen hospitals close in rural parts of Alabama over the past several years. We have too many children who do not have health care, too many seniors who do not have health care. And therefore, I am a staunch advocate for Medicaid expansion so that the least of our brethren can have health care and a better quality of life for our families.
I think that when poverty exists, it permeates many of the problems that we see in our society.
Almost 30% of our children and youth live in poverty.
When you look at it, people who are in need, they tend to it's a means of trying to survive. They do things that are not proper, that are not right.
It affects their education, it affects their health, it affects their mental health.
And so, I believe that if we can improve the economic conditions within the state of Alabama, we will truly diminish crime and drugs.
Education is so important, and what our teachers do for our kids is invaluable.
It's a dream of mine that public education here be equally wonderful for every child in our state.
Alabama has historically ranked in the bottom 25% when it comes to educating our young people.
There are concerns with our students who live in rural areas having access to education opportunities, and then making certain that all education opportunities are of high quality for students across the state, because that's important as we are preparing students for our workforce.
One of the biggest issues facing Alabama today is that of workforce development. Unfortunately, our growth rates are not quite as high as they need to be to provide a really strong, steady workforce, and that's an issue that we're facing all over the state of Alabama.
And while we're making progress, there's still work to be done in that area.
The focus we have put on partisan politics, I think we spend so much time being divided and not necessarily looking at all of the things that we have in common.
And if you don't open yourself up to new ideas, then you die. So I think we really need to be open to new ideas and looking at the way other people do things.
We spent more time looking at where we agree and where we can be more compassionate. We would find that the issues that face us, education, healthcare, poverty issues, criminal justice reform issues, how we treat the least of these on a day-to-day basis, we would find more solutions. We would implement best practices to resolve those solutions if we get at the core of who we really are and stop focusing on the divisions.
My personal hero is Fran Brash. Fran was my high school basketball coach.
Every single working mom in the world. When you're a working mom, you open yourself up to so much judgment and guilt. You're judged by everyone because you're either not working hard enough or you're not being a good enough mom, and it's really tough.
Michelle Obama.
She is smart, she is sassy, she is beautiful, she is kind, and I think she is truly the best First Lady that our nation has ever had.
Women that probably really inspire me are those that have fallen apart and are able to get back up and work with the Lord to put their lives back together. I don't know of a greater joy than to see a woman restored, to set free, to be set free.
I think I still idealize Mother Teresa.
And I have always admired her my whole life, even though I'm not Catholic.
She was an incredible woman. She lived her life's purpose and fulfilled her mission.
The smile is a killer for me.
My superhero is Ruth Bader Ginsburg,
who I'll refer to affectionately as RBG.
She's brilliant, she's brave, she's steadfast.
She's a woman who took care of her sick husband, took care of her young child. Oh, and she went to law school too.
And has really advanced public policy.
And she also argued 6 landmark cases in the Supreme Court for women's rights.
I admire not only what she's done, but her way of doing it.
So the woman who's the hero in my life is my mom.
My mother.
My mom. My mom and my aunt.
My mom.
My mother.
My mom.
My mother.
She is one of those people who, no matter what is going on in her life, she always finds more time, more energy, more money, more life to give to other people.
My mom never let go of the dream that my father and she had for us. Dreams of being successful, dreams of being well-educated, dreams of being God-fearing children.
She was a public health nurse, and she did all that while raising 5 children.
She also has struggled with illness and has taken that like a champ. And she's been quite an inspiration to a lot of people for how she's handled the way she lives her life, even though it's not easy every day.
She was a widow at an early age, and she raised all 3 of the children, and she was always strong and happy and set a good example for us. She had a lot of heartbreak in her life, but she was always strong, and I guess I hope I can be like her.
She was as good as goodness is. Her acts and all her words were kind, and high above all memories, I hold the beauty of her mind. She was a great lady. She was a lot of fun. She taught me how to grow up and be a lady, and I miss her terribly. She is and always will be my female superhero.
Go for it, go for it. And I say to you that if it is to break the glass ceiling, go for it, do it, make way for other women.
Go with your gut. Just whatever your initial gut reaction is usually the right one.
Get up, get after whatever it is you do for a living. Do it to the best of your ability.
Another one is 5 minutes early is 10 minutes late.
If you see something that is wrong, stand up.
Give voice to those whose voices are ignored. I think we're at a time where we cannot afford to remain silent.
And to be courageous and embrace those new opportunities.
To find a job, if that's what you want, that lets you live your values every day.
Whatever influence you have, to influence it to the best of your ability.
Don't be afraid to try new things and take risks.
Embrace other women. By embracing others, combining our resources and our talents, we can be an amazing, powerful force for this state, a powerful force for good.
The best advice I can give to women is to make their health a priority. Get fit, eat right.
To build a network of people who can help you and who can share the load with you.
Find the thing that you want to be a zealous advocate about, and then go out and solve problems. For some people that may be neighborhood organizations, some people that may be running for office.
We need more women to represent us at the local, state, and national level. So my advice would be run, ladies, run.
You know, you can be a mother, you can be a wife, you can be a sister, you can be a caregiver, and you can still achieve your goals. Don't let anything or anyone create a barrier for you.